In current electricity, next topic we are taking Kirchhoff's law. There are two laws of the Kirchhoff's. Number one, Kirchhoff's junction law, and other is the loop law. As per the junction law, the of algebraic sum of all the currents directed at a point that is called junction where two or more wire meets is 0. That means summation of I equal to 0. Suppose this is a junction point where two or more wire meets and current is, say, I1 is entering at point, that is a junction point, I2 is also incoming current, I3 is outgoing current, and I4 is outgoing current. As per junction law, if we take incoming currents as positive as per convention and all the outgoing currents negative, then this implies that from the given example, it is I1 is positive plus I2 is positive, I3 is outgoing current, so it is taken negative, and I4 is also negative, and this sum is 0. That means total incoming current is equal to total outgoing current. We can write total incoming current equal to total outgoing current at a junction point. That means net sum of the current at the junction is 0. This is the application of conservation of charge. Because current is the rate of flow of charge and there is no point where charge can be stored or can be generated, it means at the junction total incoming charge will be equal to the total outgoing charge. So we can say junction rule is the application of conservation of charge. Next is loop law. As per loop law, algebraic sum of all the potential differences along a loop, that is a closed loop. Loop is always a closed circuit. In a circuit is 0. We can write it as summation of EMF of the batteries minus summation of potential drops across the resistor is 0. Here, as per the convention which we generally use, that any potential drop will be taken as positive and any potential rise will be taken negative. This is a convention. We can take in contrast any potential drop as negative and any potential rise as positive, but convention once taken, we should be stick with that. For example, suppose this is a battery, larger line shows the positive plate and smaller line shows the negative place. This is a cell. A combination of cell is the battery. And with this cell, there is a resistor R in the circuit and current flowing in the circuit is I. Then as per the loop law, if we start with point A, then B, then C, then D, and then A. So the loop is A to B to C to D to A. This is the loop, and if we write the expression for this loop, starting from A, then A to B, this is a simple wire, and simple wire has negligible resistance, so there is no voltage drop. Then when we move from B to C, then we are moving in the direction of current, and current flow in the resistor from a higher potential to lower potential. Because of the potential difference, current flows from higher potential to lower potential. Therefore, we are moving from B to C in the direction of potential drop. So drop across this resistor, that will be voltage drop is current into resistor. We know voltage equal to I into R. This is the voltage drop across the resistor if current I is flowing through it as per the Ohm's law. Therefore, the drop in the resistor is IR, and this is the drop when current is flowing from the B to C. And we are moving in the circuit as per the direction shown by his arrow, A to B to C to D to A. Therefore, we will take this drop as positive because this is the potential drop from B to C. Therefore, I will take IR. This is the potential drop. Then from C to D, this is the simple wire, and from D to A, when we move from D to A, we are moving from negative plate to positive plate. That means here potential is rising. Therefore, we will write it is minus E if E is the EMF of the cell, and it will be, this sum will be 0. So this is the expression written as per the Loop's law, Kirchhoff's loop law. As the junction law was the application of conservation of charge, similarly, loop law is the, we can say, it is the expression of conservation of energy. Because electrostatic forces are the conservative forces which are path independent. So work done by the conservative force in any closed loop is 0. First problem is, in the given circuit, current I1 is minus 0.3 ampere, I4 is 0.8 ampere, and I5 is 0.4 ampere, flowing as shown. The current I2, I3, I6 are. If we check the given currents, it is I1. I1 is minus 0.3 ampere. Minus means the current of the I1 is opposite to the shown direction. So I1 is in the mentioned direction as we mark it. I4 is given, it is 0.8 ampere. I1 is given, it is now 0.3 ampere if we correct the direction. I5 is, this is also given, 0.4 ampere. Now we have to find the I2, I3 and I6. Here we will solve this problem using the junction law. Taking a junction P. This is the junction P. At the junction, incoming current should equal to the outgoing current. At P, incoming current is I5 plus, and outgoing current is I6. Incoming current is taken positive and outgoing current is taken negative. So it is I6. That is equal to 0. This implies that I6 equal to I5, and I5 is given 0.4 ampere. It means I6 is 0.6 ampere. Therefore, it is 0.4 ampere. I6 is 0.4 ampere. So it is 0.4 ampere. Next, we have found I6. Now we have to find I2 and I3. Suppose we take the junction point S. At S, incoming currents are I4, so it is positive, and other two currents are outgoing currents, so it is minus I5 and minus I3, and it is equal to 0. So I3 will be equal to I4 minus I5. This is equal to I4 is 0.8 ampere, it is given, minus I5 we have also given, it is 0.4 ampere. So I3 will be 0.4 ampere. So this I3 current is also calculated as 0.4 ampere. Now remaining is I2. For I2, we will take the junction, say Q. Junction Q. At junction Q, incoming currents are I3 and I6 plus I6. Incoming currents are taken positive and outgoing current is I2 and I1. So it is minus I2 and minus I1, that is equal to 0. We need I2. So I2 will be equal to I3 plus I6 minus I1. I3 is 0.4 plus I6 is 0.4 minus I1. Here this current is taken I1 in the shown direction and it is given minus 0.3, so we will write it as minus 0.3 ampere. If we uses this I1, then it will be the incoming current, then we have to use the plus sign. So here it is 0.4 plus 0.4 plus 0.3 and it is equal to 1.1 ampere. So in this way we have found I2 is 1.1 ampere, I3 is 0.4 ampere and I6 is 0.4 ampere. Option A is the correct option. In the circuit shown below, the current in the 1 ohm resistor is, we have to find the current in this 1 ohm resistor. We redraw this figure again. This is the point P and suppose voltage at point P is V. And we can, in a series circuit, we can interchange the position of resistor and cell. There is no change in the circuit. So we can draw in the figure in this way for more clarity. Therefore it is minus and this is a plus. This is the 6-volt battery. Because this plus end, this is minus and minus end is towards the point P. From P, there is a resistance 1 ohm connected to Q and we suppose Q is at the 0 volt, that is it is grounded. And from point P, other branch is having this 2 ohm and 3 ohm in series, so total resistance is 5 ohm. Because in series, equivalent resistance is R1 plus R2. R1 is say 2 ohm and R2 is 3 ohm. So in series, its net equivalent resistance is 5 ohm. So we replace this 2 and 3 ohm resistor by single resistance, that is the 5 ohm. And remaining is the cell of 9 volt and 9 volt cell positive is connected to, and this is 9 volt battery with positive and connected to P. This is the positive, this is negative because this is a larger plate. And this is connected to Q. So these two circuits are equivalent circuits. We just interchange the position of resistance and cells in a series, that we can do, and combine the two resistors in series in a single resistor. Now we write the junction law for this circuit at point P, which is a junction point. For junction, total incoming current should equal to total outgoing current. Here we are considering that current from P1 is in these three directions. So sum of them should be 0. So currents will be V minus. Now voltage at Q is 0. So this positive plate with respect to this reference Q point is 0 volt and total EMF of the cell is 6 volt. That means this negative plate will be at minus 6 volt with respect to this ground Q. And this is minus 6 volt and potential drop across the 3 ohm resistor is V minus minus 6. So we can write V minus minus 6. This is the voltage drop across 3 ohm resistor and divided by the resistor, this will the current. We know current equal to V by R from the Ohm's law. Plus this is the one of the current. Another current is in PQ branch. This is V minus. Potential at one end of the resistor is V and at other end of the resistor is 0, which is at the point Q. So it is V minus 0 by, and the resistor is itself 1 ohm plus. Now in third branch it is 1 minus. Here Q is at 0 volt. This is the reference. And if we check at the negative terminal of the 9 volt cell, this negative terminal is directly connected to the ground. So it will be at 0 volt. And cell is itself 9 volt. Therefore its positive plate will be at 9 volt. And hence we can write here voltage drop across the 5 ohm, it is V minus 9. And the resistor is itself 5 ohm, so current will be V minus 9 by 5 and it should be 0. These are all outgoing currents and no incoming currents, so it will be 0. Now solving this equation, we have V plus 6 by 3 plus V minus 9 by 5. It will be 0. Taking the LCM, 15 by, and 5 will be multiplied with by V plus 6, so it will be 5V plus 30, and 15 will be multiplied by V, it is 15V, and 3 will be multiplied by V minus 9, so it will be 3V minus 27, and it will be 0. This implies that if we cross multiply, 15 into 0 will be 0, therefore 15V plus 15, 20 and 3, 23V, and this is 30 minus 27, that is plus 3 equal to 0. It means V equal to minus 3 by 23 volt. This is the voltage at the point P. So voltage at point P is equal to minus 3 by 23 volt, and voltage at point Q equal to 0 volt. That means Q point is at higher voltage. So current will flow from higher voltage to lower voltage, that is in the direction as shown in the figure. Therefore voltage QP, that is voltage across Q and P, it will be VQ minus VP, that is equal to 0 minus 3 by 23, 0 minus minus 3 by 23, it is 3 by 23 volt. Hence current in the PQ branch is voltage drop, that is 3 by 23 divided by resistance, I equal to V by R, we have already written. So current will be 3 by 23 ampere, and if we solve it, we will get 0.13 ampere, and this current is flowing from Q to P. Hence option C is the correct option. Now we will solve this same question using the loop rule.